guys notice anything different? I got a camera! Finally! I've actually had a lot of cameras. I always just use my webcam because it's so fast. I just like things fast. But I figure, it's time, Lacey, it's time. So that's a thing. Also, having sex with your friend. That's another thing. For all 2 of you that don't know what friends with benefits is, I got your back. If you have a hookup over here and casual dating over here, friends with benefits is right in the middle. And it's not as if friends with benefits always means having sex with your friend. It could just be making out or some other sort of sexual activity. So this is a relationship style that basically emphasizes a minimized emotional commitment. People like it because they have a sexual outlet, but they don't have to put in the time to work on a committed relationship. For that reason, haters gonna hate. People cite the downfall of mankind and the obliteration of the family structure. Won't somebody think of the children? Because the people who take up this relationship style don't really want children. It definitely has its own set of challenges and issues, but it can be a positive way for someone to focus on their career, to focus on school, while also having a sexual outlet, which is something that has been pivotal in women making them dollars and becoming financially independent. Important for gender equality. I have had 3 friends with benefits type relationships. One was in high school. We did the whole and it was fine and we were both cool with it and that's the end of that story. In college, I was with one of my best friends at the time. One day we were hiking and suddenly, bam, we're kissing. And I'm like, how did this happen? I kind of thought it was the start of a relationship, but I was still okay with just being a little sexy together, you know. The outcome of that experience, one of us ended up caring more than the other person, and one of us ended up with their heart broken. It ruined our friendship. And then the last one I had was also in college with this guy that I thought was really, really hot, but also a freaking asshole. One of those situations where you're like, can you just not talk? So we got together a few times, it was fine, and that was that. There are some key differences in these relationships that I had. In the first one, I learned what making out felt like. The second one, I cared about. Ugh, feelings, they are the worst thing and the best thing all at once. Things got all awkward and complicated, and I ended up losing a friend. It really sucked. The third one was finishing up my degree, did not have time for one more person in my life. We had our thing for a second, it worked for us. My point is that success with friends with benefits depends on your circumstances. There are times where it can work. A time when you're busy, when you're curious, when you're attracted to them sexually but no more. But sometimes there are circumstances where we think friends with benefits is a good idea, but it's really not. When you really care about them and there is a lot to lose, when you could end up wanting more, when you think that becoming involved sexually is gonna bring you closer together, this will not end up pretty. I repeat, disaster on the horizon. You know, it's really confusing to like start this sort of relationship with somebody and never actually talk about it. Communicate. It might also be worth asking, what happens if you fall for me? Cause let's be real. If you start having feels right in here, time to talk. If this happens, ask if the person feels anything for you too, and if they don't, the longer you stick around, the more it's gonna hurt. 3, safer sex. Strap it up, lock it down, unless you're looking for friends with the benefit of visiting the doctor together. Be honest with yourself, be honest with each other. Just like any successful relationship, this takes self-awareness, it takes good communication. All right, everyone, love you much. Mwah! Do not get hurt by your friends with benefits. I'll kill them. Okay, I don't like violence, but you feel me, right? Except your mom. Oh.
What?